Got to get all wound up with that kind of song.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Love it.
Welcome, everybody, to the Pioneer pilot episode of Excursion, a Star Trek Adventures game. We are doing a live play of the tabletop game Star Trek Adventures from Modifius Entertainment. Now that the hard part's out of the way, I can take a breather while I introduce all of these lovely people who are going to be rolling dice and trying to survive the just mess that is space. So we're just going to go right around doing things up. I'm going to introduce them by their characters, and they're just going to promo themselves a little bit. Once we're done with that, we're on to the game. All right. So first up, we have Captain Cordelia Kit.
Hello, I'm Rebecca, Captain Cordelia Kit, and I am on all social media as Bum Clancy. And I have one exception with TikTok, which is Mimic for Hire. And I'm so happy to be here today.
Heck yeah, we're happy to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And if you all have not been to Mimic for Hire's TikTok, I highly recommend getting over there. The dad jokes are next up on my list, we have CPO Jarek Adar.
I managed to mute myself and forgot how to unmute. And I'm in the technical department. What could go wrong?
You know.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. I go by Frost on the internet. And in here I shall be Chief Petty Officer Jarek Adar. Hopefully I'll be keeping us flying. I am on no social media.
Fair enough. That's probably a good way to be. So being that you are keeping us flying, you are engineering, correct?
Indeed. I suppose I'm the chief engineer on this rust bucket.
Yep. Nice. Next up on our awesome list of cast members, we have Lieutenant Andal Nostrum.
Hello, my name is Max, and I will be Lieutenant Andal Nostrum. On social media, you can find me as Max Hertzfeld1 on Twitter or Max Hertzfeld Actor on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that. What are you going to be playing on the ship today?
I'm the counselor. So I'm making sure everyone's in top mental health. Because
because that'll go
the
well.
deep void of space.
Stare into the darkness long enough, right?
And the darkness looks back.
And then last but absolutely not least, we have the person patching everybody up, Dr. Sevek, who is muted. All right. So I guess the good doctor must be off. No,
I'm here.
All right.
I'm just so jazzed to be a part of the show, man. Fingers messed up.
Here.
All right, so my name is Sean. I go by Vander on the internet. You can find me at Vander Pike on Twitter, and that's about it. I'll be playing the Chief Medical Officer and Head Surgeon, Commander Sevek.
Awesome. Love it. Love it. Thank you all very much for joining us today, and thank you to the cast who are no doubt going to have just a super good time with my story. I really hope. I am Leo. I will be reprising the role of Q. Not the Q, but a Q. You can find me on most of the socials as the Leo Effects, but you can also check out our D&D games on One Crit Blunders. Now, we have somebody who just is running up the decks. He is coming on the turbo lift right now. So let's get him out here. We have Lorlek Mar. Welcome.
How's it going?
It is going very well. So what we are doing is just a real brief character introduction and then a self-promotion. Oh. So Lorlek Mar, what role do you play on the ship?
It's going to be operations.
Yeah, the ops. Are you more specializing in the tactical?
Oh yeah, I'll be more playing in the tactical role there.
Perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about your character and then where they can find you personally if you wish to talk about your social medias.
Okay. Let's see here. My character. I'd say at this point, he would have he would have been in the occupying force in Bejor, and after they got kicked out, and so he's probably regrouping and kind of taking stock, I guess, of the current state of the Cardassian Union.
Awesome.
And as far as my social media, I guess you can reach me at my Twitter, which is at Tony of Macaroni. Yeah.
All right. Well, again, thank you to this wonderful cast. I hope you enjoyed tonight's session. Are you all ready? Are you all stoked for this?
So
Oh, yeah.
stoked.
All
Major.
right.
Affirmative.
Well, Roger. Oh, no crossing the streams. All right, everybody ready? Let's do this thing. Star date 41001.4. It is halfway through the day as the USS Excursion is in warp, currently heading towards the edge of the Delta Quadrant, where a distress signal, unlike any other stress signal, is coming through. I say that because it is not words, it is not music. It appears to be a very archaic form of communication called Morse code. While in warp, everybody is just kind of doing their daily jobs. Everything's just kind of run of the mill. It's standard. So where is everybody at this current moment? Except you, Captain Cordelia.
I believe I'm
Well-
at the bridge.
All right, Counselor, position next to the current captain, I'm guessing.
Indeed. Just keeping an eye on everyone.
Okay. Everybody else?
I'll be down in the belly of the ship by the warp core, probably berating one of the specialists working there.
Just a little grunt, not doing what he's supposed to.
Nobody's ever
Like-
doing as well as I think they should be doing.
Yes, sir. I'll try harder. Please,
What do you mean, sir? I'm a petty officer. I work for a living.
please don't give me a bad performance report. Lorlek, you are currently on Bejor. Everybody is packing up. The ships are getting loaded. You're kind of one of the last ones. So, you're kind of surveying everything that's going on. What's running through your mind right now? Nope. We lost your microphone.
There we go. Disgust. Disgust there, Leo. Unbridled disgust.
Wonderful. Now, I had posted something earlier to you guys on Discord, kind of a synopsis of what was going to happen.
Mhm.
I want you to forget that. I never wrote it, retconned, it's gone. So, with that being said, the last of the occupants of the Cardassian Union are piling onto the ships. They're loading up. Like I said, you are literally one of the last ones to get on the ship. And what you see inside is just people who are just down. You guys lost. You're packing up. You're leaving. This is a huge L for the Cardassian Empire. So everybody's
Wow.
kind of feeling like that level of shame. Are you going to address anybody? Because I think if I remember correctly, we had you were a lieutenant?
Dallin, I think that's Lieutenant Commander, so.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was. Yeah. So are you going to address the troops in some way?
I guess I can inspire a few words of encouragement. Take heart, for we will be back. This is a mere setback for the glory of the Cardassian. I want you all to remember this moment and how you feel. Use it.
Ah!
Pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah, they're all rallying. They're starting to get that second wind. Like, this is just halftime. Going back to the excursion, Dr. Sevik, you are in Med Bay. You currently have no occupied beds, which is a first for this ship, actually. So, what are you doing at this moment?
At this moment, I will be sitting at my desk reading. I think I'll be reading Plato's Republic.
Ooh la la, pinky up, SpongeBob. All right. The ship continues on, traveling through warp. There's no turbulence, no jumps or bumps or bruises. Again, it's just dreadfully dull. I mean, this is more run of the mill than ever. Yes, Matt.
I'd like to offer counseling to the new arrivals onto the ship and to offer that support to anyone in need.
Okay. Are you just kind of announcing this like a ship-wide announcement, or?
Yes, I'm giving detailed instructions on where to find me, how to reach me, and if there's anyone in distress. And also I'm going just among them and making conversation and trying to lift spirits one-on-one as I can.
Okay. No sooner do you let go of the intercom button than the person sitting to your right, which would be the captain, says, "Oh, boo-hoo."
Yes, Captain?
Turning to look at the captain, you see that it is no longer the captain, but rather some other strange person wearing command outfit.
I don't recognize you from the orientation. What's going on?
Oh, well, I would hope that I would never be part of your silly little Starfleet. It's boring around here.
It's better to be dull than to be in pain.
No, my friend. It's better to be sharp. Sharp as a tack.
Who are you?
Oh, how rude of me to not introduce myself to lesser beings. I am Q.
Q. Is that your preferred noun? What do you have any preferred pronouns?
I am Q.
All right, Q. I'm Lieutenant Andal Nostrum. How can I help you?
Oh, no. You've got it all backwards. I'm here to help you.
I'm looking around for the captain.
Oh, don't worry about him. He's fine. Look, things are so boring around here. Don't you long for challenge? Don't you long for a life more than this?
Well, I see ample challenge downstairs among the new refugees. My challenge is to care for them.
No. Boring. You know what? I can see that there is a huge lesson that needs to be learned on this ship. I've got it. Wonderful. Sit back and enjoy the ride, Lieutenant Nostrum.
Wait.
Does that flash vanish? The captain is now sitting in the chair. As you're standing there, you can see that like he's staring at you like, you all right?
Captain, are you all right? You were gone. There was a being. They disappeared. Q. I'm stunned. I'm sorry.
That's quite all right. I'm not sure what a Q is. Perhaps this is something we should look into. And no
yes.
sooner does he say this is something we should look into than another bright flash of light happens, and there is now a Cardassian officer standing on the bridge of the ship. Lorelai, you are standing on the bridge of a Starfleet vessel.
My eyes get huge, and then I draw. I'm pretty sure I would recognize what a Starfleet captain is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to immediately draw and point my disruptor at the captain's face.
Please, hold your weapon.
The only thing that I want to hear from you is how you're going to get me to, well, at least back to Cardassian space.
Cardassian space. Computer, how far are we from Cardassian space?
At this moment, you are traveling in the opposite direction of Cardassian space.
How did I get here?
Approximately 2 months travel.
Oh dear. Well, I'm so sorry. I'm Lieutenant Nostrum, and we've just been interrupted by a being who seems to have teleported you here in some unexplained manner, and we would love to get you back to your place of origin as soon as we can. If only we had the direction in time. If you could offer us your location, and we will make a stop there as soon as we are able.
Lieutenant Nostrum, do you take me for a fool?
Absolutely not. We are all being made fools of.
He's going to go ahead and kind of like look around. I imagine it's a full bridge, right?
Yep.
He's gonna holster his weapon, and I believe there might have been a slight misunderstanding.
I would agree. And as our guest, you are welcome to anything you need.
This is very true. I am the captain of this ship. I am Leo, Captain Leo. Please, let's discuss this. There's no reason diplomacy can't triumph here.
Absolutely, Captain.
Now, if you will accompany me to my ready room, we can discuss this further. What did you say your name was again?
You may refer to me as Lorlek. Dallin Lorlek.
Galen Lorlek. All right. Please accompany me to the ready room. Are you all gonna? Well, you three gonna head to the ready room?
If I'm asked to attend, yes.
Of course.
At the pleasure of the captain.
Excellent. Meanwhile, as Dr. Sevek is reading his book and getting to know Plato a little bit better, a cryopod drops from the ceiling and lands on the floor in the middle of medbay. Ice and frost just kind of shatter everywhere. Just
I will look up from my book and cock an eyebrow. Say, intriguing. Sevek to bridge.
Go ahead, Sevek.
Captain, a cryopod just appeared in my med bay.
What is happening? We just had a Cardassian visitor suddenly appear on the bridge.
A Cardassian.
Yes. What is happening? And Lieutenant Nostrum had a report of some creature, I guess, for lack of a better term, called a Q.
So it's 2370. You said have we heard, like, since I was teaching at the academy? Would I have heard anything about the Enterprise's encounters with a Q?
Absolutely. As a teacher, yeah, you would have heard.
A Q.
Yeah.
While that begins to explain the strangeness, it really doesn't. I'm going to check out this pod, Captain. I'll keep you briefed.
Good idea. Take all the precautions you need. Make sure to put up a level 3 shield.
Yeah, quarantine field will be established, sir.
Wonderful. I will leave you to it then.
Captain,
So, yeah.
are you familiar? Oh, my mistake.
No. Speak. Go ahead.
Doctor, are you familiar with the Q and their purpose, origin? We didn't cover this in my academy training.
Other Federation vessels have come in contact with a species that call themselves the Q. They are apparently omnipotent and somewhat troublesome.
Omnipotent? Is such a thing possible?
We have yet to see a limit to their power, but I am not well versed. I only know the bare facts, but they apparently can change matter to energy and back and forth. So,
Well, I will leave you to your task. Thank you so much.
my pleasure. That's not a Vulcan thing to say. I'll work on that.
I may have been on this ship too long. So what are you going to do with this cryopod?
Well, first I'll erect a level 3 containment field, and then since we're right in the sick bay, I will simply use the scanning suite that the sick bay has to scan the pod for life signs, to verify whether or not that this was the pod that is sending out the Morse code.
Okay. It is not the pod that was sending out the Morse code. However, it does detect very faint, fading life signs.
Fading. Like fast?
Not like super fast, but probably within the next 10 minutes or so, it will cease to exist.
Can I get a reading on what kind of life, or?
It is humanoid.
Humanoid. Okay. Well, I will relay this Sevek to the captain.
Yes, Sevik?
Doctor, Captain, there is a humanoid within the capsule. I believe that its life is in danger. I would like your permission to lower the field and do my job.
Absolutely. Do what you must. Perhaps this far out in space, Q has done something that we don't know. We have no idea what this Q could have done to someone.
I agree. Plus, it is my primary objective to save lives. I'll get to it.
Excellent. Captain out. All right. So you are going to attempt to open this pod?
Yes.
All right. And are you going to attempt to open it in a way that you stay outside of the containment field, or are you going to open it from the inside?
Do the scanners detect any kind of pathogens?
So no, the scanners are not detecting anything other than basically ice and frost from just environmental causes.
Is there a way that I can manipulate the cryopod from outside the field?
Let's say yes. Let's say yes.
Any tractor beams or something?
Yeah. I mean, surely there's a way that you can do it.
It's Star Trek.
Right.
I'd buy that for
I
$1.
was waiting for some techno babble, but
Well, give me a moment here. It's been a while. So I will I will use the hollow matrix emitter for the EMH to craft a pair of robotic arms. I'll pull those out of the library, and I will use the manipulator arms to operate the controls on the cryopod.
that's a good way to go. I like it. Crafting these arms, though, is going to take a little while unless you had assistance from engineering.
I'll say, tap my chest and say, sick bay to engineering.
I've got a little badge over here somewhere. This is engineering. Go sick bay.
This is Dr. Sevek. I require the assistance of an engineer versed in robotics in sickbay immediately.
Well, Dr. Savik, I'll absolutely love to help you, but can you explain to me why we've got a tachyonic displacement in all of my auxiliary power couplings down here? Because I've got some strange readings, and I just don't know what to make of them.
Are you familiar with a species known as the Q?
The who?
Apparently not.
All
If you
right.
come to sickbay, I can explain it to you.
All right, Adar out. I'm coming up.
Perfect.
And I'm going to take my sweet time taking the elevators because I avoid the transporter as much as I can.
An engineer that doesn't use transporters. I like it.
It's because I know what happens. Oh, in the meantime, I'm going to just yell at one of my underlings going, I want that thing working spotlessly by the time I'm back. And if not, you over there, go find me the positronic discombobulator in those Jeffries tubes and don't come back to me until you found it. It's spotless. And I'm going to leave, putting an unlit cigar in my mouth, going, I wonder how long it's going to take him to know that there's no such thing as a discombobulator.
Long enough.
Yep.
Proceeding up to the med bay, you arrive, and Dr. Sevek, as he kind of saunters in, you identified that you probably only have a couple of minutes left until this poor creature dies.
I will say, perhaps I did not make my position clear. This is an emergency. Your assistance, please.
I'm going to call transport. I don't know, specialist, whatever your name is today. Just beam me to sick bay, please.
Oh, you just walked in, I think.
Yeah, you just.
Oh, I walked in? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
There is a life form in this pod. I need to create manipulator arms in order to get it out without setting off the containment field. We're going to use the hollow matrix.
Well, that's smart, isn't it? All right. Take out the old Omni tool over there. And so I assume I can interface with the hollow emitter directly or somehow through an LCARS on the side.
What I need you to roll
Mm-hmm.
is 2 d20s, and the number you are trying to get lower than is your reason plus engineering.
I'm doing this in the role play, yeah. Roll 20.
Roll 20, yep.
Right, so my reason is a 12, and what was the second one? Engineering.
Engineering.
Yeah, so that target is 17. That's
And
two
both of them are, 2 successes. You successfully create the arms. There is about a minute and 30 seconds left on this creature's lifetime.
I will open the pod.
Cracking the pod open, air and frost come out as a woman figure falls to the floor wearing Starfleet Command uniform.
I go,
Uh,
well, that's not one of my specializations, is it?
No. Computer, are there any pathogens within the quarantine field?
No pathogens are detected.
Drop the field. Please assist me putting this patient on the table.
And alright, I'll just go for the legs. Start dragging the limp body over there.
Well, actually, if we're in sick bay, I'm sure I have staff here, yes?
Yeah, you've got a couple little minions. running
Nurses?
around.
And I go, no,
Minions,
it's fine, I got this. It's fine, really. I've handled heavier cargo than this.
I was waiting for a. Damn it! I'm an engineer, not a doctor.
Oh no! It was the perfect opportunity. Oh, I'm ashamed.
That's great. So you all managed to get this figure up onto the table. And then while that is happening, we are going to cut back to the ready room. Now, sitting at the table, we have Lieutenant Nostrum, the Captain Leo, and Lorlek Mar, the Cardassian. I don't want to say refugee, soldier. The captain just kind of takes in Lorlek for a minute, and he says, "Now you realize this is highly, highly unusual. I mean, your mic again, sir."
I was just about to say the same thing, Captain.
I don't want any kind of trouble. I realize that tensions are high between Cardassia and the Federation at this current moment. But I want you to know that I will extend to you no ill harm, and no harm will come of you while you are on this vessel. However, I do think that perhaps you would be better served assisting the crew rather than sitting in your quarters or under watch. Do you have any particular talents that maybe would translate to this ship?
I might know a thing or two about tactical systems. I know a thing or two about hand-to-hand combat, interrogation, a little bit of espionage.
While you are speaking, the captain is kind of throwing glances to Lieutenant Nostrum. What the whole what are you getting? Is this guy telling the truth?
Can I read his thoughts and figure out if what's going on up there?
As a Betazoid, yes, but I don't know if there is a role that is needed for that.
I have the talents for empath and telepath. I don't know what that would allow me.
So let's get creative here. Let's go with insight and science. I think would probably be, or maybe command. Let's go insight and command.
Okay, and
you add those two together. Roll 2 d20s. Your difficulty is 1 on this, so you only need 1 success. Perfect. So that other success that you scored on the d20 goes to the momentum pool. You all have 1 in the momentum pool.
Did we ever decide who was keeping track?
I was about to say, I don't know who's keeping track of that, but
I will.
Okay.
I just moved a dice over, so I have 1 on the left.
Perfect.
All right. So you're detecting that he's being truthful.
I
This
over to the
time.
captain. My intuition says that we can trust this man.
Very well, Lorlek. If Lieutenant Nostrum has intuitions about you. I think that perhaps we can come to an arrangement. How would you like to serve as temporary chief tactical officer aboard our ship here, the USS Excursion?
You would give a Cardassian access to the tactical station of one of your most advanced ships. Are you mad?
You will have limited access. Let us not be too hasty. You are still earning my trust.
But you will be compensated, and we will do everything we can to get you back to your people as soon as we can. But while you're here, everyone must pull their own weight, and I'm sure you can understand the importance of that.
Finally, something we agree on, Nostrum.
Then it's settled. Let us head back to the bridge. I will have Lieutenant Nostrum show you to your console, and we will continue on our way. We should be arriving at our destination very soon.
Lorlick, if you'll follow me.
He nods and proceeds to follow you out.
Okay. Both of you head back to the bridge. We cut back to med bay, or sick bay, sorry. The form, near lifeless form, is placed on the table. What are we doing now, Dr. Sevik?
Like I said, I'll activate the biobed and stabilizer.
Okay, go ahead and I know we're doing some medicine here. Let's do reason and medicine.
Okay. Do I get assistance from the biobed or from the nurses?
So what the biobed and the nurses combined has done is lowered the difficulty of saving this person by down to 1. So.
Oh, okay. I will roll.
Oh, wonderful. So you get another point added to the momentum pool, and you have successfully stabilized this person laying on the table. Now, it's time to wake up, Captain Cordelia.
So I will. Is she stable enough to was it a malfunction in the pod, or is it something wrong with her, with this person?
So there doesn't appear to be anything wrong with this person. What it seems like, from your best guess, is that this pod has actually been floating in space for like 100 years.
Is she in an old Starfleet uniform?
She is, in fact.
Point of order. Since I'm a joint trill, would one of my older hosts perhaps recognize the uniform?
Well, being that you all are from, well, almost all of you are from Starfleet, you pretty much instantly identify this as an older uniform.
Okay, but
Are we talking original series or movies?
Yes, original series.
oof.
So she's wearing a gold V-neck shirt.
Right. I know on camera she's wearing red, but that's to be with this
I get it.
era.
We'll get her in a new uniform soon enough, I think.
Right.
So I will. I'll get a hypo spray of hydrocortisol ready, and since it appears to be safe to wake up the patient, I'm gonna look over at the chief engineer and say, I do not believe your presence is required any longer, Chief. But if you wish to remain, you are more than welcome.
Well, I haven't seen one of those in quite a while. I would say I'm intrigued.
As am I. Please stay.
Proceed.
I give her the shot.
Okay, you administered the hypo spray. Captain Cordelia, your eyes pop open to see a Vulcan giving you a shot in the neck.
Hello? Hello?
Let's see. Rest easy, Captain.
Okay. What are we doing here? What is going on?
I am Commander Sevek, Chief Medical Officer aboard the USS Inspiration. We found your cryopod, or your cryopod appeared in our med bay not 10 minutes ago. You were in distress. I revived you.
Thank you. Thank you. My apologies. That's Cordelia Kidd, Captain Cordelia Kidd, but I was not expecting you here.
Neither were we expecting you.
My apologies. My apologies.
You're going to want to... I'm not... How do I put this? I'm not the one to fill you in about what's happening here, Captain. I'm going to leave that to our counselor and our captain. I will summon them here to answer your questions.
Thank you, Doctor.
Basically,
You're
what
welcome.
he's trying to say is that you've been asleep for about 100 years, and now you just popped into our medbay just like that. So,
Leave it to engineering.
That, are you a Tellarite?
No, I'm an engineer.
I will Sevek to... What is our captain's name? Captain Leo. That's his last name?
Yep.
Sevek to Captain Leo.
Yes, Dr. Sevek.
I have revived our patient. She is a Starfleet officer. I believe you and the counselor should come to sickbay.
On our way. He stands up, does the Picard maneuver.
The full tuck.
And looks to Lieutenant Nostrom. Shall we then?
After you.
As you both are heading to the turbo lift, the helmsman says, Captain, we're coming out of warp. Both of you turn to look at the screen, and you see that you do in fact come out of warp, a bit premature. And no sooner does that happen that an archaic form of space mine detonates at the front of the ship. The entire ship just rocks to one side, cracks.
All right, camera shake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gotta Kirk it. Gotta speed automatic. Go to full red alert. And the sirens start going off, and another mine detonates, taking out one of the nacelles.
Ooh,
Just
Like-
rocking the ship forward.
like gone.
Like gone? Taken out? Like...
No, well, it's offline. It's heavily
Okay.
damaged.
All right.
And glass is flying everywhere, sparks, and the captain falls to the ground.
Captain! Lieutenant Nostrom to sickbay. The captain is down. Requesting immediate transport.
This is Dr. Sevek. Emergency medical transport from bridge to sickbay.
Sorry, I'm gonna begin assessing the tactical stations. I don't know if I can get damage control on that station or not, but I should be able to. I'm going to coordinate damage control teams from the bridge, I guess. There we go.
Okay. All right.
I'm not sure if we're on the bridge or if we're in the hallway on the way to somewhere. But
You're on the bridge, but like next to the turbo lift.
All right, so I'm going to turn to Lorlik and say, "Welcome to the ship."
Sorry.
Introductions
don't
later.
Need to laugh, but that's great. The captain gets teleported to sickbay. As soon as the captain appears on the table, you see Dr. Sevek. Huh?
Because they were just requesting my presence in sickbay as well. Did they teleport me with him?
If you wish to, but this was an emergency teleport, so they kind of focused on the captain.
Okay, cool.
When he appears on the bed, Dr. Sevik, you see he is just riddled with like glass and debris, and his life sign is null. He is completely dead.
This just happened. I will spend however long is dramatically appropriate doing chest compressions and so on and so forth before
Yeah.
I turn.
Damn
I mean,
it!
you're
Breathe!
giving him chest compressions. The glass and debris is cutting your own hands. I mean, you're trying your hardest. You've got a nurse trying to administer every hypospray you can. And Captain Cordelia, you see all of this happening. You felt the ship rocking. Like, it's very much, you know it's under attack. Go ahead.
Hello? I'm guessing from her position she can see some of this chaos going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that I can do? Do you need this bed? Dr. Sevik, do you need this bed?
No, but perhaps they could use you on the bridge.
Okay. I know my way around yes, I'll go to the bridge. Yes.
Until you realize this ship is 100 years newer.
Yeah, she's like, I know what I'm doing, and yet has no idea. Like, and which direction again was that?
Lieutenant Nostrum, please accompany her.
Hello.
So yeah, Nostrum, Lieutenant Nostrum, you make it down to sick bay as Captain Cordelia pops out, and she's like,
Hello.
Hello. Doctor, what's the status on Captain Leo?
I am trying to save his life.
And who is this?
This is Captain Cordelia.
Oh, a
Hello.
captain. We could use you on the... Please, if you'll accompany me to the bridge.
Yes. I'll
You
follow
must have
your
been
lead.
sent. All right. Follow me.
Jarek, are you crying? Are you crying?
I'm
for
just
your
laughing.
dead captain? Oh.
This is me laughing. Jarek is already running towards engineering, thinking about who's getting fired.
Well, that's appropriate.
Somebody put a
Probably-
hole in my ship.
Somebody put a hole in my ship, and I am not happy.
Lord,
Actually,
Lord's
Brian-
voice is like over the intercom, like nonchalantly, like calm and even, like telling damage control, report to sections, A through C, decks 12, 13, 14, whatever.
Yeah.
Very calm.
Just like the most level-headed person of all.
Mhm.
I love it.
Before I
Could you be-
exited,
Go ahead.
Before I exited sickbay on my way down to engineering, I would have told the doctors, just be ready for all of your beds to be filled. And I am not responsible for what's going to happen down there if they ruin my ship. And then
Oh my.
I will assure the nurse standing. His bark is worse than his bite.
Lieutenant Nostrum, what were you about to say?
Captain Cordelia Kit, you must have been sent here. I don't know how you got here so quickly, but we could absolutely use your help on the bridge. We are under extreme fire, and the ship is under incredible siege. We await your command.
Okay.
When she comes in, I'm in the process trying to get shields up.
And would I recognize your uniform? Or is it... I'm pretty new, so I'm not sure if that would...
Go ahead and roll. Well, I mean, it's one of those things, like, they probably have these uniforms on display.
Right.
Yeah, this
Academy.
This is iconic stuff here. Yeah.
Yeah, in the height of like what's happening.
So,
I don't know
like-
that I would
It's vintage, okay?
Is she cosplaying?
Cosplay. You are in the wrong con.
She's gonna have all that sweet black leather technology that they had.
Right.
But it's basically like just seeing Captain Nelson walking off from Trafalgar, just on our decks.
Right.
I love it. So yeah, you identify the uniform.
And Captain, are you What year do you think this is?
Ooh,
I don't think that's relevant at this moment in time.
Well, if we're putting her in command of the ship, it's important that she understand what level of ship it is. I see this as important.
Yeah, this is like
My hair's all
going from
disheveled.
like the Captain Cordelia, when you get onto the bridge, this is like looking at you've driven an 82 Oldsmobile all your life, and now all of a
I'm in a
sudden you're in a
Tesla.
Tesla.
Yeah. Or you drove into like the front store of an Apple store, like the front.
Right. So you're still just blown away by the fact that there's carpet everywhere.
You're right.
I've got a Nokia, and these guys have iPhones. I don't know.
All right, Captain
What does
Cordelia,
this do? What does that do?
I want you to remain calm, and we have people here who can work the equipment as long as you can direct us through this situation. If you can focus on that,
Yes.
I think we'll be all right.
Okay. Yeah. We're cool. Cool as cucumber? Yes.
No!
Yes.
You're
we were
supposed to be
taking
the
heavy-
counselor. Aren't you
We're taking
supposed to
heavy
be cool?
fire.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Okay.
My
Well,
affect
guess.
reflects the situation.
So, who has a report on what's wrong?
I guess that would be me, since I'm trying to figure out what is wrong on the ship,
Hmm.
and then I'm trying to figure out what hit us and how to locate it so I can shoot it.
Okay.
So as you are doing that, Lorelek, you are finding it incredibly difficult because you are still locked out of 90%
Yeah.
of the tactical.
I think I'm like just slamming my fist on the console, like frustrated. That's
The only person who can unlock that is a Starfleet captain.
oh man. A Starfleet captain, and I'm just gonna kind of like look up at her.
Well, okay. So, I may know this. I may have the ability to do this. You have a panel somewhere that's
Yeah.
like access.
You're looking for those
panel.
big colored chips that they put into slots.
There's like a,
in the old show.
a panel under the steering wheel. You can take it down, and there's.
I can direct
Does
you.
anyone have my floppy disk with the commands?
I need to
Where
put
do
my
I plug in
Kenobi
my
in.
flash drive?
Lieutenant Nostrum is just staring on in terror.
So remember, Max, Lieutenant, and Angelos. Remember when you said I was sent here to help?
Yes, you were sent by Starfleet, correct?
Something like that. I appreciate your. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here and helping in this situation.
I appreciate your appreciation, but now's not the time for condolences and accolades.
Or is it? Where is this? I'm
All right.
kidding.
Yes, it's very funny.
A little
By this
humor
point,
to lighten the mood.
I'm actually starting to
Support for
giggle because
Rob.
I'm empathically feeling her humor.
Yeah.
And I can't
So-
really help but feel
so
like
now-
suddenly calm.
The calm and cool Cardassian, who is gradually getting more peeved, is now seeing these two laughing at each other.
These guys, they've been here too long. They can't take a joke, you know? It's just.
Why am I laughing? This isn't the time for the facetiousness.
Okay, great face. Let's get some shit, I guess. I'm not. I'm gonna.
How is it the Federation is this strong?
Anyway,
um,
so computer, locate the source of the damage.
Damage is to the starboard side of the bridge and to the right or to the left nacelle.
Captain, what should we do?
So, starboard bridge and left. What did he say? Left nacelle?
Nacelle, the engine.
She's still
Well-
foggy from the cryo sleep.
Right?
That's what it is.
He's just like yawning. Can someone give me a coffee?
What's a maze?
Okay,
spell?
so we have people in engineering. They can help, right?
I believe they are currently working to make the repairs needed to sustain the ship.
Okay. And what were we doing before this happened?
We were just interrupted from our warp travel.
Where were you warping to?
Tactics? Did we reach our destination or no?
I think that
No,
would be
it's
you,
just
Eric.
sweet, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't know either. He just
I don't know. Like, it was just like we came out of warp and like, you're like, what the? Yeah.
Computer, are we at destination or was our warp interrupted?
Warp was interrupted. Currently not at destination.
And where are we located?
You are approximately 50 light years from your destination.
That's quite far.
It's 2 hours at warp 7.
Where did y'all come from?
Where did we all come from? Out of character.
So we were rendezvousing with an escape pod that was sending out a mayday.
Mm.
We were on a rescue mission.
Yes.
Not your pod, apparently.
We were responding to a distress signal.
Actually, the relevant question here, are we based out of Narendra per the book, or just... Which quadrant are we in?
We're at the edge of the delta.
Yes.
Delta, okay.
Oof.
That's...
And
So yeah, we're far out. We're like at the edge of Federation space.
Yeah.
we still
Hold
haven't
on,
determined
what
the source of the damage. Are we being fired at?
I think we hit some mines.
What should we do?
Well, we're just maintaining. Do we see anything ahead of us? Are we going to hit
think we
anything
should-
else?
Look around to see if we can find any more of these mines so we don't step in them.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
So we don't step in them. Well,
Yeah.
at this immediate moment, the ship has come to a full stop.
Okay.
Well,
Once we get going.
but once you get going, there's no telling. Mainly because you don't have access to all of your cool sensors and stuff.
Oh, that was thrilling.
Lieutenant Nostrum, let's do something about my console here so I can be more useful.
Absolutely. What do you need?
I need the training wheels taken off.
That can only be done by Captain Leo or
Right at that point, Sevek will pipe in through the comm panel and say, sickbay to bridge, Captain Leo is dead.
Was that your captain?
Indeed.
I am so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Q, if you're watching, I hope you're entertained.
You get no response.
So who is in charge now? Who's your...
I believe that would be you.
Well, she's out in.
Is her commission even valid?
Who is our first officer?
Good question.
Who is number one?
Would that be
Who
me?
does number one work for? So the first officer was never appointed before the ship left. It was meant to be done before you arrived, but unfortunately, Q.
So in typical Starfleet fashion, they were like, "Hey, there's this fucking emergency out here that you got to go take care of. We know you're only at half power and the ship's still only partially put together, but you're the only ship in the quadrant, so bye-bye."
Yep. Good luck.
So y'all are out here held together with like hope and bubblegum. Is that what I'm hearing?
That is our
Forlorn
current
hope,
situation.
Hope and bubblegum.
Dr. Sevik says, I am ranked commander. I will come and transfer command functions over to Captain Cordelia. Is it Captain Kit or Captain Cordelia?
Cordelia works. Captain Cordelia works.
After I verify her Starfleet records, of course.
Why do we verify? Where do we verify? Why do
Trust
we
but
verify?
verify.
So
Just
going
if I can,
through.
if engineer could have a little in here, just if she says that with bubblegum, if I happen to be on the comms because I was trying to reach them probably to give a damage assessment, I'll go. You'd be surprised how the bubblegum works when we run out of duct tape.
Nice.
So, real quick, while this is all happening, I need CPO and Adar to roll for me in engineering and reason.
Right.
Is this for repair?
Yep.
I bet you could put one of your, what is it? One of your values on that. No one messes with my ship or whatever.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, how often can we do that in a session?
It's once a scene, right?
Yeah, once a scene.
Oh, beautiful. Then love your ship like you would love your child. So nobody messes with my baby. That means I get an extra D20, right?
Does it?
I think so, yes. I believe it does.
I do believe so.
And depending on whether I'm checking the power systems or the warp drive, damage reporting procedure is actually what this would fall under, so I have a focus as well.
So that's another die, right?
No, that means that if I roll under my discipline, which I did not, I'd have gotten an extra success. Nevertheless, that is 3 successes.
All right, so 3 successes.
Total is 17, so the 17 counts, right? It's equal and under.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. So that was a very, very damaged ship. You actually are able to get the ship in a position where you can go at impulse speeds. So you can actually move now.
So warp is kaput.
Warp is currently out of commission, but that's something that you can continue rolling on as a long task. But for right now, you have impulse speed, which kind of comes up on the consoles up in the bridge, and the helmsman reports, we have impulse speed, Captain.
Okay. Are we going? Okay. Let's go. Do you want to go? Are we safe?
I recommend against that, Captain. We need to see what's out there first.
Okay, so let's scan in front of us, around us, see what we can see.
All right, so we have a couple of things we need to address really quickly. First, Dr. Sevik, you are doing a report on Captain Cordelia, and you actually do not find any record of her in Starfleet.
Really?
Really.
Interesting.
Now, Captain Cordelia, in order to grant people more positions or more permissions, there we go, and more responsibility, you have to give them your captain code, which is usually a string of numbers, alphanumeric, and that will give you complete control of the ship. You just have to tell it, computer, transfer permission or transfer command to Captain Cordelia, and then give it your number.
Okay. Would you like me to do that now?
Sure.
Okay. transfer command to Captain Cordelia
Mm-hmm.
with my number.
Yep.
55378008.
A few seconds goes by and the computer says, command transferred to Captain Cordelia Kitt.
I'm so sorry, Doctor. Maybe it was like a software update or like this or something. It just got deleted. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, but we got it. We're here.
Can I read her mind to see if she knows why she's not on the books?
Go ahead and roll for it. This is actually going to be an opposed roll. So
I don't think does Civic even report that to the bridge.
Yeah, I haven't reported that yet. So
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had or not. My bad.
Yeah. I got lost in whether or not we were all together or not.
All right.
No, I imagine, are there wounded people coming into sickbay?
There are, yes. You're starting to get quite a bit busier now.
All right. Well, I have work to do, so I work.
Okay.
Yes, Captain, this is all fascinating, but if we could get this tactical station under, well, my operation.
Okay.
Doo-doo-doo.
Passes it over to Lorlek.
So you unlock all permissions. Lorlek, you now have complete control of all of the weapon systems of the ship.
No, okay, wait.
I stifle a giggle, trying to.
She's in good hands. Hopefully. Better hands.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to assess the shields and sensors, weapons, everything.
All right, so you find the complete weapons complement. You know how much you have of everything.
Full spread. Oh, that's a full spread button. Okay.
Uh-huh. And bringing up on a tactical overlay, you see that you can see where each and every spatial mine is. So not you personally, but you could transfer that to the helmsman and they could theoretically navigate the minefield.
Gotcha. Would it be easier, Larrick, looking over the data, would it be easier if we maybe that'll set them all off? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if we can eliminate some and make it that much easier for us to navigate through to get out, I guess, is what he's trying to think.
Am I on the bridge again?
Yes. So to clarify that, Dr. Sevic is in sickbay. We've got Lieutenant Nostrum sitting to the right of Captain Cordelia on the bridge. Standing off kind of behind you, I guess, a little bit, would be Lorlek Mar. And down in engineering, trying to repair the ship, is CPO Jarek Adar.
Okay. Question. Do we still care about this distress signal?
There was almost a spit take. I love it.
Putting it out there.
If there's still someone in distress, I don't see why we wouldn't go onto our original course.
Because we might die getting to them, and then we'll all be in distress.
We're in the middle of a minefield. I don't think that would be different in any other direction.
I got nothing.
Yep, all right.
All right, back to the drawing board. Okay, so we've got some mines. We're kind of puttering along. There's mines we don't want to step on. Do we have anything that can, get rid of them? Or wait, we're detecting them?
Yes.
You are detecting them.
Yes, I can at least, and then I'm going to send the tactical information over to Helm Control, and then we may be. I'm trying to determine if we can make it easier on ourselves if we perhaps explode a few of them.
I vote for that. Does this have to go to anyone else? Because I vote yes.
Perhaps we can beam one aboard and,
Beam one aboard?
yes, and depending on how they function together, we might be able to decipher the code and deactivate the minefield.
I mean, are you talking about one that's already been detonated?
An undetonated one. We would have to render it inert.
Yes. That. Okay. Now I'm on the same page. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Inert and then put it on the ship. Sounds good. Let's make it happen. Someone other than the captain.
I guess that's an engineering thing to do, isn't it?
And Lore would assist you if that's what it came down to, if that's what the captain wants to do. Or we could just try leaving. I mean, it's up to the captain.
I think that we, Lieutenant, your counsel, what do you say? What is your insight?
My immediate questions are whether or not this minefield is connected with any kind of political faction, and if interrupting it would bring unwanted attention to our fleet.
That happens now?
Anything's possible.
Okay.
Addressing whether or not to detonate the mines and set them off, eliminating that level of someone's defense.
In my experience, you could also use minefield to catch prey.
This is also true. Is there any way to determine the nature of the mines and whether or not what their purpose and function would be?
We might be able to achieve that if we brought an inert one on board.
Would we be able to render it inert before getting it on the ship?
I think it might be possible, but I would require the assistance of an engineer.
You have engineers at your disposal.
What say you?
Meanwhile, down in engineering.
I've set
Just go down
everything
to
up. Now I just sit back and let you all handle it.
Just let us suffer. So I'm just going to the replicator. I'll go, computer, give me a double espresso with, you know what, make that triple the stimulant in that.
Hi,
Well, I've got my
is this
coffee.
working? Is this working? The CPO.
You press the button on the left.
Oh. And then, okay, then I press the one to get a hold of Adar, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are you,
Hello.
and what are you doing on my ship?
Never mind that. We've got a situation. And I'm told that you're the person who can help us.
Yes?
I
With what
have
exactly?
a
I'm trying
plan.
to... Oh, dear Lord. Listen, buddy, we're operating on impulse and positive thinking at the moment. So unless your thought is somehow going to make this ship run a bit faster and away from whatever the hell is blowing up my starboard nacelle, I'm just dying to hear your suggestions.
It just so happens that it does.
Beautiful.
Meet me at the shuttle bay.
All right, then I'm just going to cigar out and go, you all know what you need to do. Somebody get a mop. And I leave.
Okay. The two of you both simultaneously head towards the shuttle bay. While you're doing that, Dr. Sevic, you've gotten things under control, for lack of a better term. But, I mean, no further casualties. And things have finally calmed down.
Did we lose anyone, or other than the captain, or just cuts and scrapes and lacerations?
Yep, just cuts and scrapes.
All right. Well,
it wasn't that bad.
I've assembled a fine medical team, so they don't need the chief surgeon in here hovering over them while they work. So I'm going to change out of my bloody uniform and make my way to the bridge.
All right. A few moments pass by, and you make your way to the bridge. Lieutenant Nostrum and Captain Cordelia, you see Dr. Sevik come on the bridge.
Hi, Dr. Suffolk. Hi, welcome back.
Hello, Captain.
Yes.
Captain, I was wondering if you could tell me the name of your last command.
Oh, Starfleet.
Oh God.
The ship that you commanded.
Oh, well, no, I cannot.
I'm reading the thoughts to see what's going on in her head. This is highly suspicious.
While he's doing that, I'm going to say out loud, while record searching to assist with the command transfer, I was able to dig up no records on Captain Cordelia here pertaining to Starfleet.
I like I said, I don't know if you heard, these columns are different. I think that there is a version update because y'all are like 100 years ahead of me, so it's possible that it might have been like a paper file and y'all are digital now, so might not have been uploaded or something. Clerical mistake kind of thing.
Going to cock an eyebrow at the captain and say, indeed.
So, Lieutenant Nostrum, go ahead and roll a insight and command, and then Captain Cordelia, I would like for you to also roll. Do control and command.
That's 2d20s?
Yep.
So I'm gonna do 2d20s and then add what I have in control and command.
You're rolling under what you have as
Yep.
control and command.
Control and command, you add them together, roll your 2d20s, and get under that number.
Hold on. Fuck. So close. Excited for a second.
All right. So, Captain has one success. Lieutenant Nostrum also has one success, but unfortunately, Lieutenant Nostrum rolled a 20, which in this system is a critical failure. Wah, wah, wah.
That's a complication.
You
And
learn
you-
nothing and you have a headache.
Yes. So you are trying to get a read on something, but her emotions and her thoughts seem to be just scattered everywhere. Like you can't. It's like trying to lock onto a fuzzy target.
I just look at her with perplexity and confusion. And is she even aware that I can do this? Like,
It doesn't seem like it.
yeah.
Do you
I'm
guys
still
have...
confused. Huh?
You're confused?
Like, because these are talents and they're skills that roll. Okay, I just wasn't sure like how they work.
Join the club.
Okay, we're figuring that out.
We're in the ship
Yep.
together.
Was it the USS Confusion?
Right.
That's inspiration.
So, yeah, you're not really getting any kind of headway with the temporary captain.
I'll just torture her later.
Right?
I
Dr.
don't think that would be necessary.
Dr. Sevik seems to have just kind of gone with it at this point. The two of you arrive at the shuttle bay.
At which point I see a Cardassian on my ship,
Mm-hmm.
and just under coffee in hand, cigar over there, going, "What the hell?" You have about 3 seconds to explain yourself.
Something about a queue, I don't know. But right now we have a pressing matter.
Yeah, it's standing right in front of me.
He's just gonna like ignore that and like look him over and like, do you have everything you need to work on the subsystem?
All right, what's going on here?
We're in a minefield.
Right.
If we bring aboard one of these mines, after we render it inert, I believe we can find out who it belongs to, and we might be able to deactivate the rest of them and leave here safely.
You're absolutely insane, and I kind of like it. Actually, that gives me an idea, but first of all, let's see if we can... I'm going to try and get one of my underlings to assist me with this. It says that I have, as the chief engineer, I have an advantage called engineering department. Advantage means I can get an extra D20 for engineering things, right? Or am I misremembering?
What is it that you're trying to do?
I noticed that I have an advantage called engineering department. I'm trying to remember what advantage means. If it was an extra D20 or something like that.
I honestly can't remember. I could probably find it pretty quick for you, though.
Yeah.
I should be able to assist them with this. I mean, I have like a 3 in engineering. Of course, maybe shipboard tactical systems will prove useful in helping disarm a mine.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be like standing over here. Cut the blue wire.
Not
Meanwhile,
that blue wire.
What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to go to the console, and first of all, I'm going to use the tractor beam to locate one of these particular mines, and I'm going to try and rework the code for the tractor beam to allow Tactical to manipulate the mine in order to disarm it, so that we can then beam it into the shuttle bay inert, inside a containment field.
If you have advantage on a trait, that means it cancels out complications.
Yep.
Ooh.
And reduce the difficulty of a task. Yep.
Well, that sounds like things we want. Sorry, Christopher
all right,
Walken walked in here for some reason.
All right, so you are attempting to do what now?
First of all, I'm going to so first task, reconfigure the tractor beam to allow the person whom I do not trust to deactivate the mine.
Okay, go ahead and make a reason and engineering.
Right. What would be the difficulty on this?
I mean, this is fairly simple-ish, so let's go with 1.
Fair. No, all right, that'll be good.
Oh,
and yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
So another one to the momentum pool.
Another one to the momentum pool. We got this.
Oh, we're swimming now. We're swimming now.
This wasn't one of my focuses, so I don't get an extra one over there, but sure. Task number 2 then will be to set up a containment field. Well, actually, first, Lordic, you're going to have to disarm it. So that'll be over to you, and I can assist in any way I can.
All right, what's that going to be?
Oh, let's have a look at the character sheet and decide what would be appropriate.
Reason and security, I'd imagine. Or daring, actually. This probably
daring and security.
My daring's pretty good.
I should hope so.
20, right?
Mm-hmm. 2 dims. All right.
19. And then
So you got a 12 and a 7. What was the number you needed to get under?
I'm trying to see what they are. It's my first time.
Probably more than that. So.
Yeah, so you said daring the freak is my uh, daring 9, and you said security. Add those together, that's 14.
All right. So yeah, you got 2 successes. You are able to disarm the mine.
14. I'll keep that in mind.
So now there is an inert mine sitting in the shuttle bay.
All right. Now to set up the containment field and beam this thing on board, which, oh boy, what will be the difficulty on this one then?
Well, I mean, you're just beaming it on board, so I'm going to say you just go ahead and do it. You tell the ship to activate a containment field, and
I'm going
there
to
you
put the
have
ship
it.
at red. I mean, I'm going to recommend to the captain to put the ship at red alert.
I
If
think
we're
we
not
already
already.
were.
Yeah. Okay, good. We're still at red alert. That's good.
Yeah. All right, so contained in the field on the shuttle bay is a mine. Now, the two of you immediately, as soon as this thing materializes, you can see plain as day, there is Klingon writing all over this mine.
I'm going to spit on the ground.
You gonna wipe that off later?
No.
Don't make me make you.
You can most certainly try.
So what's a Klingon mind doing here?
That is a good question. And
Right. I'm going to contact Bridge. This is Chief Petty Officer Adar to Bridge. We've got a Klingon minefield situation happening here.
and I'm going to start working in it and see if I can find any access codes that'll help me, like, access the network of mines and then shut them down.
Okay. Let's see here. For that, we are going to go with reason and science.
Oh, boy. They're not good. They're not good.
And this
Got an engineer there with you.
this is actually going to have a difficulty of 3. So, in order to roll a third die, you're going to need to use some of that momentum pool.
And I can assist.
Am I the most appropriate person to be doing this?
So you can't really assist, as the area is too small for 2 people to work in, but you could also try. So before you both start plugging away and doing rolls, the con turns around to Lieutenant Nostrum and Captain Cordelia. Excuse me, ma'am.
Hello.
So, I'm detecting multiple Starfleet vessels heading this way.
That's not Starfleet. No.
Curious. Can we connect with them? Can we talk? Can we send them a message? And when you say coming towards us, do you mean from in front of us or from behind, the side? Which are they going to go through the minefield?
Under us? Below us?
Yeah, top, down, left, right.
Yes, they are on course with this minefield. They appear to be probably going after the same emergency beacon that we were after.
This is sounding like a trap. Is it? It's a trap.
Wrong franchise, but I'll take it.
Crossing them street.
That's a trap!
It's a trap.
I love it.
What do you suppose we do, Captain?
I think that we should send them a message, a little. I don't know.
Hi!
Hello.
FYI.
Just so you know, there's some shit going on. Don't step in it. We made that mistake ourselves. Do we say anything? Lieutenant, do we say anything else? Should we put anything else in this message?
We're currently working to deactivate the mines, but I think you have it well covered.
Okay. Okay, thanks. That's all I have, I guess, and then I'll send it.
Okay. All right. You send the warning, as it were. We are going to roll a little song.
I guess you said you want me to roll.
Oh no. Okay. So you send out your message. The two of you standing down in the shuttle bay are working away. Did you roll, or did you decide somebody else should roll for the the science aspect of this?
I might let the engineer handle this. I don't know if he's got any science on him though. I mean,
What was the roll again?
It would be reason and science.
You know what? I got a reasonable amount of that, and we needed 3 successes, yeah?
Yes.
I've got a 9 in reason.
I'm going to spend a momentum here with the crew's permission.
Absolutely.
Do it.
If this is another scene, I could activate a determination for an extra one.
Go for it.
So
Make it so.
Make it so.
I was waiting for somebody to say that. Thank you.
Take us out.
I got it. I'm still trying to get into this Star Trek headspace.
So I'm going to call this 4 lifetimes of adventure. This certainly seems like an adventurous thing to do. So that's one of my values.
Okay.
Let's roll them. Oh,
my
baby!
goodness! Wow.
Oh, I'm feeling the engineering right now. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
5
total.
successes. All right.
So
that's why they call me the chief.
I'm gonna be like, I'm like 8 inches from your ear, and be like, don't even breathe.
Cut the red wire.
Yeah.
So the two of you are just doing it. You know, your hands are shaky. You got the sweat. No, I'm kidding. So you're deactivating it and trying to access the other minds. As you are doing this, you see from the shuttle bay area a Galaxy-class vessel drop out of warp and just blow up. Just complete annihilation, destroyed. And all of you up on the bridge have this happen as well.
I suppose they didn't get our warning.
Now,
Captain,
at that moment, you deactivate the complete rest of the minefield. Everything gets powered down.
Pity we were too late.
None of the other Starfleet vessels drop out of warp, however. It appears they got the message in time. Unfortunately, it is also at this moment that 6 Klingon warbirds uncloak.
Yeah.
I'm running back to the bridge.
Captain.
Get out of my way! I hope seeing a Klingon, like a Cardassian, run through the hallways. People are like, "What the? Get out of the way!"
Council, we have a situation up here. Do we have emotional support tribbles on board?
They can be procured, Captain.
No, they can't.
No, they can't. No, they can't. I'll blast them. I'll incinerate every single last one of them.
Only on the holodeck.
And
On the
sadly,
holodeck.
Captain Cordelia is probably the only one who's ever actually seen a tribble. So the two of you get back up on the bridge as just all hell's breaking loose at this point.
I'm like yelling, or like who? Wait, we're both on the bridge. Wait, Chief of Engineer goes on the bridge, or you go back to your station.
Yeah, there's an engineering console on the bridge. So
Oh, cool! Right on. That's awesome.
So now you're
Okay.
all there.
Yes.
What is happening?
Finally, roll credits.
So there are some Klingon ships ahead of us, so that's a situation we're going to need to deal with. Yes.
Well, my inclination is to deal with things diplomatically. However, the most diplomatic way may be to escape.
So, about that, I'm in favor of it, but also they can go a lot
Captain,
faster
we
than
are
us.
being locked on.
I
And-
know, I said that, but like we're going slow. Like
No,
we
I mean,
can
we're
escape,
being-
but
There is no way we can survive a fight with 6 Klingon birds of prey.
Yeah, but we got backup too.
Can we just hail them at this point? I mean,
All I know is, like, I'm looking at the tactical station is beeping at me, and we're being targeted. So,
and I would like to remind everyone that we do not have warp capability just yet.
yeah. So,
no.
Captain, I recommend we make contact.
So, do you think that you're more diplomatic than I am? Because I just sent them a message and they did not respond.
well, you sent a message to Starfleet, and they didn't respond.
Yeah, but, well, oh, okay, you mean to them, to the birds. Okay, never mind.
I'm just gonna swivel in my chair, take out my cigar, and I go, I can talk to the Klingons if you want me to.
Yeah, I mean, if you're volunteering, like...
Might I suggest that we shoot first and ask questions later?
That also
That's a
sounds
no.
good.
No, it doesn't. No.
That is not a good idea. Taking direction from a Cardassian on our bridge is not a good plan.
You don't even know where I'm from, and you're
Captain-
letting me do stuff.
Yeah.
Captain, if you patch me through...
That situation will eventually resolve.
At this
Captain,
point,
if you patch me through, I would like to attempt to settle this diplomatically.
Okay, so is there diplomacy in shooting?
That would send diplomacy
Yeah, it's
out
called
the
called
window.
shotgun diplomacy.
technically, yes.
Okay.
Aggressive negotiations.
And I am well versed in aggressive negotiations.
Like most
out-
Cardassians.
Right?
However, at the
Uh,
moment we are outgunned and we cannot make an escape.
Well,
We are sitting ducks.
Kadar,
We're not outgunned. Though.
Yes.
Like we
go
got
ahead
backup.
and
We got backup.
roll your since you're at the engineering console, go ahead and roll your reason and engineering to try and get warp back.
Yo, dear. So that would be
The
one.
core explodes.
No, one success only.
All right. So with one success, you are able to get enough power back that you could get into warp 3.
Right. So I can get us warp 3, which in the current situation is still pretty slow, but we can be moving.
I suggest we lay in a course towards our initial objective and head to warp.
Before we leave, I'm going to do the thing where Cardassians and creatively interpret their orders. Was it the ends justify the means?
Yes.
And I'm going to reprogram the mines and have them attack the Klingons.
Nice. Given that the mines are basically inert at this point, it's a difficulty of 1.
Cool. All right. So what am I supposed to roll on this bad boy?
So let's go with reason and to reprogram them, let's go with engineering.
Okay. So I add reason and engineering together. Okay.
Yeah.
So 12.
All right. So 1 fail, 1 success, though. So you have successfully remodulated all of the mines.
There we go. And then I'm going to do that like on the down low. I'm not going to tell anyone that I did that.
Nice.
But me being at the engineering console, would I be able to see that this is happening?
Go ahead and roll insight and insight and command.
Oh, command. Great. I'm so good at this.
Well, they can't all be easy.
The insight is 9, command is 2, 11. Well.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah. So you see some sneaky snake stuff going on.
All right.
Is
Since
that
I
an
see
additional
that,
momentum?
yeah, is it? Well, or was it an opposed roll? I don't know.
No, that's an additional momentum. Yep, you're
Okay.
correct.
In that case, could I just sneak in a little? These don't explode unless the chief presses the button subroutine in there.
You could try that. Yeah, same
Alright.
same role.
Same.
Engineering and what I say, reason.
Well, yeah, I mean the previous one was command and control, or right? So unless it's engineering thing, in which case, yeah, I'm going to do
No,
it.
go with the command.
Yeah. Okay, that'll be a no. I would like
That was a no on both of those.
on both of those. Yeah, it's 11. total.
Okay.
Yeah, man, my Cardassian security protocols are just no match for your
Yeah,
Starfleet.
You basically get like a an error message, like you've tried this password too many times. You are now locked out.
And then, like, I'm gonna see that that's going on, and then I'm just gonna shoot him a look, and then like look casually at the view screen.
Could I? If this is a different scene, can I use one of my values to get a reroll?
Sure.
Okay.
Man, Adar does not want to let the Cardassian have any fun here.
Gee, what do you think? Oh, bollocks! No.
Yes. All right. So it is locked in. What are we doing? Because the Klingons are about to open fire.
Well, this is happening. I was requesting to like talk to them.
Yeah.
Right.
Captain, do I have your permission to engage?
Go
Okay.
for it.
Good warp.
Permission granted.
Nice.
So.
All right. So you you dial them up,
Yep.
as it were. What do you want, Federation scum?
All we want is to leave in peace. We're here by accident. We merely request our own removal from this space. And to leave you in peace.
And the spoonhead just standing in the background.
Go ahead and roll some presence and command.
Presence and command. And do I get an additional dice for diplomacy or
You sure do.
negotiation? I
Yep.
have both focuses. Does that add 2?
I think you can only do one focus at a time.
Okay. So I get 1 extra dice, and the challenge you said was presence and command. So that's a 15 that I'm trying to roll lower than.
So a focus gives you an extra success if you roll under your discipline.
Okay.
So I'm still only rolling 2 then?
2 dice, yeah.
2 dice, but then they can count for more.
Right.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So
Well, that's going to be 4 successes?
4 successes. So the Klingon kind of
How many did I need?
the Klingon kind of goes, let this be a lesson to you. Do not come back into this part of the Delta Quadrant. We own this part. This is Klingon space.
Lesson learned. Thank you for your patience.
The Cardassian over there going, is it so?
Yeah, like he goes, I beg to differ, and yeah,
And
and boop.
And as we,
Now, as you are doing that, are you like, is the plan to turn and get out of there?
Yeah. That's what I'm waiting for, is for us to before I
Turn
do
and
what I
burn?
do. Yeah.
Captain, we have permission to leave.
Okay, let's go. Turn around. Flip a bitch.
Before,
Flip a bitch.
Flip a bitch.
I'm
Before we
sorry.
go to warp, I'm just going to lean over the rail over there to Nostrum and say, you might want to let the Klingons know that the mines are now considering them to be a threat. So if they move, they get blown up in their own minefield. Just a parting gift.
That sounds like a them problem.
as they head into warp, the final words from Captain Cordelia.
Oh,
sound
I
like
think
that's
I
not a
like
problem.
this Starfleet.
Excuse me.
Lorlek, did you activate the mines? Like, are
Absolutely.
you detonating them?
Yeah. Oh yes. Like as soon as we're leaving, like as soon as we're like,
Yeah.
yeah, like I am.
Do I sense the sneakiness
In-
with my
in-
empathy?
The point of order here. So I am resistant to Vulcan mind melts, right? So like maybe that needs to extend to Betazoids too.
No.
No.
Because the Vulcan thing's like a physical pressure
yeah, like
point, but
you get like
Fine, read me.
the
Read
hair
me.
on the back
Read
of your
me.
neck kind of stands up for a moment
uh
as you are like warping out, but it's like the cool guys don't look at explosions.
Mm-hmm.
It's just this much too late, and the minefield just goes up. Just
That is
the
so cool.
Klingons blowing up, like their ships being just destroyed. And as the ship enters full warp, you hear from behind all of you, well, now that was fun. And
The hell?
you see Q laying across the consoles behind you all, like arm propped up and everything. Now, what did we learn?
Who the hell is this?
Hops down.
Like disruptors pointing at it. I don't know what a Q is. Guns out.
I mean, Q is in a Starfleet uniform still, or?
Yep.
Yeah, but we just saw him like Bamf there, essentially, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's one unfamiliar officer too many for one day. What is going? Also, did we just declare war on the Klingon Empire again?
No.
Only if they find out.
That's a problem for us tomorrow.
That's a problem for tomorrow, us.
I'm just going to sneakily try to use my engineering console to lock out both Lorlick and the captain from their consoles.
Oh boy.
I sense
Well,
the
Lieutenant
frustration.
Nostrum,
Oh
since
boy.
you and I are such good friends, what lesson did you learn today?
The lesson I learned today is that when one is boring, dangerous things can happen.
That is a beautiful lesson. Well, until school is in session again, ta-ta. And he bamps out.
Who's that guy?
That
The man
is-
most responsible for the death of our captain.
And your rival, I assume.
I didn't know that guy. I didn't come with him. He didn't come with me. I don't know.
I believe we are all pawns in his game.
Why did you? But you let him kill your captain, and you just let him back on?
You might have noticed that he sort of comes and goes as he pleases.
Yeah. This is an interesting ship. There's more than one of us that just got here. Do you?
Yes, Lorlek, you arrived shortly after Q made his first appearance.
Oh.
I believe we were all brought together, at least in some fashion, by this being.
But to what
And
end?
that's where we're going to end it! Yay!
Madness!
Oh yeah. Oh man, we didn't. So like, hey, we just blew up a Klingon fleet, and we all just start laughing, and that's how it ends. Yeah.
Yeah, freeze frame.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah, like,
And Nostrum in the back going like,
oh man.
It's like a 90s
Oh my
sitcom.
gosh, I could see some like art, like Nostrum's like always like language, you know, like that kind of
Yeah.
attitude, and like Lorik's always planning how to like blow up their enemies, like, yeah, you know, or do something, you know.
turning around like, oh, Lorlek.
Yeah, like, oh god.
So
Freeze frame.
we did actually get a couple comments that I kind of want to read while we're wrapping up here. And Joe Cahill, who will be joining us later on, says, "Do not destroy my new command before I take her over." And then Mark Tully, who actually has a podcast called War of the Stars. It's a Star Wars podcast, says, "Live long and may the force be with your TARDIS." Did I get that right?
Beautiful.
Oh man.
Yeah, so thank you to all the viewers and listeners who came to check this out. And, we really hope you liked what you heard and what you saw. Please give us some feedback so we know what to improve upon or what not to change, that kind of thing. And thank you very much to this lovely cast. You all were awesome.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you all for
Is this
having
the
us.
point where I give in on my character, this crazy character we created?
Well, hold on, because I want there to be a part 2. I want answers.
Yeah, I gotta say.
Several questions.
Well, all right, let's hash it out real quick then. What kind of questions we looking at here? Let's hear what's up.
Oh man. Well, like if Lorlick had caught wind of who she's not who she's supposed to be. Well, I definitely have some ways. Play some. We can. me and Nostrum can play some good cop, bad cop. Yes. Yes.
I
Both
mean,
of them come in with sunglasses on like aviators.
Yeah.
the doctor could do a mind meld as well.
Indeed.
Nothing's so unreliable as a mind.
So
And it's just gonna sound like dial-up, like Skillerex will start playing.
so one thing that I was waiting for was I probably should have just given it up as a freebie, but I was kind of waiting for like a little more sick bay testing. But Captain Cordelia, why don't you let them know? What was it about your character? Why is she a captain but not in Starfleet's records?
Oh gosh, she's a changeling.
So, I am from a mirror universe. However, I have connections to someone you might know of under the name Khan.
Gone!
Yeah. However, in this universe, not
I don't
bad.
know all the connotations of that.
Connotations.
Oh.
And yes.
I liked it.
Yeah, so I will find the blurb that was written up. I'll go up to it. Genetically altered human, like the famed Khan. However, you are from a mirror universe, so instead of being evil, the superhumans from your universe were good. Because of the battles you had to continually fight against Starfleet in the mirror universe, you were able to obtain codes and are entered into Starfleet's protocols by being planted as a spy. Before you could be exposed, you jumped into a tube and were supposed to get picked up by Khan and the others. A space anomaly had different plans, though, and launched you into the normal universe, where the Excursion has found you and put you into the cargo bay. I tried saying Sweet Baby Khan like more than once to see if anyone would pick up on it, but
Sweet baby. No, I didn't. See, wait a minute. I heard you say con, but I thought you were talking about like the con controller.
Yeah,
con
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were saying
It was slick. It was real.
It was
subtle.
real good slick. Yeah, it was real slick.
too slick.
A little too subtle for us.
And
I,
February.
I apologize for my connection issues. We had a storm roll through here.
Oh.
Where you at?
I wondered why you kept dropping. I was like, man,
Like, it was hardcore. Windows were shaking.
Wow.
wow.
Stay with us.
Where are you
Yeah.
located?
North Dakota.
Oh gosh.
North Dakota, eh?
North Dakota, eh?
Man, that Cardassian jacket's pretty hot.
This shirt is on backwards, and I have this tag that's been like itching the shit out of me. Like, get it off of me.
Well, we can definitely wrap this up. We're coming up on our timer mark. So, again, thank you all so much for making this so entertaining. Like, the banter and just how you all worked together as we all muddled through the rules was awesome. Like, I really appreciate you guys dealing with my noobness and just making it fun.
Oh yeah, this is the first time that I played Star Trek, so I had a lot of fun.
It's my
Same
fourth.
here.
This is my first time. Wasn't
I
sure.
had a good time, and thank you very much for running.
Yeah, Leo.
Yeah,
Thank
Leo,
you for
thank
putting
you
this
very much.
together.
Yeah.
And it was a
Woo.
pleasure meeting you all and playing with you all, and I hope we can do it again.
Likewise.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
All right, everybody. I'm going to end this broadcast. Thank you all very much, listeners and viewers. Please do not forget, there are a couple places I want you to go, and that is the Leo Effects on Facebook, One Crit Blunders on Facebook, Bomb Clancy all over the place, Mimic for Hire on the TikToks, and I'm sorry, I forget everybody's socials in all of their different acting platforms. So one more time, let's run this around one more time. Let's start with Chief Adar.
Yeah, I'm not on any of the socials, so it's fine.
Fair enough. Lieutenant Nostrum.
Max Hertzfeld, and that's on Max Hertzfeld 1 on Twitter, and on Instagram it's Max Hertzfeld Actor.
Nice. Captain Cordelia Kit.
I am Bomb Clancy on all social media platforms, with the exception of TikTok, where it is Mimic for Hire. And yeah, that's where I'm at.
Awesome. Lord Lakmar.
Antonio Bustos, and I'm on Twitter. You can reach my handle there. It's at TonyofMacaroni.com. Or not .com, just Tony Macaroni.
Tony Macaroni.
Yeah.
And Dr. Sevek.
I'm Sean. I go by Vander on the internet, and if you feel like it, you can find me at Vander Pike on Twitter.
Awesome. And one last huge one that I didn't mention at the beginning, Lore Live Play. Definitely get to Facebook for that one. Get on Discord for that one. It's an amazing, amazing fun group of tabletop role players, artists, voice actors, just everybody. There's one shots to sign up for. There's campaigns. There's all kinds of shenanigans happening all the time. So please check that out. Thank you all very much for coming in and sticking with us through this all.
Mm-hmm.
Hail to the Klingon Empire. Bye.
Bye.